My name is Siva. I'm a project executive at Badan Warisan, Malaysia. One of the reasons why I'm applying for this scholarship is because the benefit that Hpair has provided to delegates, and from my previous experience in Hpair 2017 in Sydney, I have developed my interpersonal skills. The vast amount of delegates, speakers have taught me a lot of new things, have given me an overwhelming amount of knowledge, as well as advices and experience. And the challenges, impact challenges, have really taught me how to think out of the box critically and in a much more precise way, and the importance of a teamwork. And today, I will proudly say that some of the delegates are still in touch with me, and they have guided me throughout the entire journey for the past year to venture into my social venture interest, which is to start up a social venture involving homeless people in Malaysia. I believe that Hpair has always been about youth opportunity, and in my case, I'm looking at it as an education opportunity for me. I'm hoping to receive a scholarship of $586, which will cover up my conference fees, about $250, my travel expenses, about $50, as well as for my food and lodging for the 6 days, which I'm expecting a total of $86. In total, it will be $586. In a very small city where everything is priced reasonably. However, coming into Kuala Lumpur about 2 months ago, I find things here are very expensive, and with the amount of salary that I earned, it isn't enough to support me to the end of the month, to be honest. There are days where I hardly have enough money to survive, and the extra monies that I have to use it for my petrol. Because I travel a lot, I have to go to archives, museums to carry out research and to meet clients, and I don't have the privilege to actually claim these traveling expenses from my company due to the lack of fund that we have. I was actually offered a better job, a job with a better salary, but I choose to decline it because I do not see myself developing in that particular company. Despite the low salary in this NGO, I have seen myself develop tremendously for the past 2 months, especially in my interpersonal skills, communication skills, my knowledge enhancement, and critical thinking. And I do really enjoy working here, as I have really gained a lot of knowledge and experiences which I believe that books are not able to show me. I have learned a lot about Kuala Lumpur, the hidden parts of Kuala Lumpur, the history of Malaysia, as well as the importance of built heritage. My father has passed away about 3 years ago, and since then we faced a lot of financial difficulties, and I am blessed to have a mother and father who really supports me in my journey towards gaining education, and she has been one of my strongest supporter during Hpair Sydney 2017, where I actually decided not to go because of the financial limitation. However, she came forward and told me to go for it because education opportunity should not be let go. And this really inspired me to try for this Hpair Kuala Lumpur 2018. I was accepted for the Hpair in Cambridge, February 2018. However, due to the financial limitation as well, I had to decline it, and it really saddens me. And I'm hoping that through this scholarship, I'm able to participate the Hpair in Kuala Lumpur. I've inserted my bank statements for my mother, which she received my father's pension money on a monthly basis, as well as payment of tax of my family, along with my payment slip. We'll start off with me going to the office, looking into the project files that we have and the pending projects. Most of the time, I will analyze the project, the possibility of the projects, because we carry out a heritage consulting service. And once I've analyzed the possibility of project, I'll report it to my employer, and that's where I start my research job. So basically, I'm a researcher as well. I will start going to the archive, to the National Library, to museums, to interview people, to meet people, to get really validated information. Apart from that, I'll go for site visiting to take images of the location and try to study the history of the building and the architecture style of the building. From there, we will start making a comparison of the building architecture, from which year it was built, the possible architects of during that year in Malaya. Upon coming back from all this site visit, I will start writing a report, and from there we will start carrying out the projects. Apart from that, in the evening, I will continue reading lots of conservation, which will really enhance my skill because I'm still new in this field. Thus, I really need to catch up a lot. I'll start my reading on the history of Malaysia, the architecture of a building, and when it comes to night, I'll start reading on my international relation topics because that's my major and I wouldn't want to miss out, despite the fact that I'm in a new field of work. I'll start catching up with the news, analyze some political analysis, and on weekends I'll meet up with some of my colleagues, my classmates, to have a deeper discussion on the current topics, and this will really keep me updated of the current situation, and it keeps me active mentally as well. It really keeps me happy. And on weekends, I go out volunteering on a day with the UNHCR, helping out the refugee kids and the elderly women who are refugees. I've mentioned earlier that my mother was my biggest supporter for Hpair Sydney 2017. That is because she has borrowed me a huge lump sum of money to support my expenses during the 5 days in Sydney. Despite the financial circumstances that we're facing, my mother did not stop me from gaining knowledge, and I find it only fair to pay off to return back the money on a monthly basis, because that money will be useful for my other brothers' education as well, and in the future, if they have such opportunity, they will need those money as well. I do not find it difficult or a pinch or difficulties in paying back, because the amount of knowledge that I've gained in Hpair Sydney has really impacted me, and that amount of money cannot be compared to it. Apart from that, I'm also helping my mom to pay some of the household expenses and to help out with my brother's education fees. I'm also saving some of my money to further my studies in masters. Meanwhile, while I'm looking for scholarships locally and abroad, I'm also saving money which I will need it for emergency for this education purpose. I do have a deep interest to further my studies, but due to the lack of financial circumstances right now, I have to put hold my education and to work and to get a little support which will be able to help me later on when I further my studies. I've actually applied for grant for my company, but sadly, they do not find Hpair to benefit the company in any ways, and my proposal was rejected. Apart from that, I have also applied to work on a Saturday on a voluntary basis in order to get approval to join the conference. If I were to not get this scholarship, I probably have to start selling off some of my old books or items which will really serve as a new purpose to their new users. And I'm really hoping the Hpair community team will look into my application, because to come to this far has really anticipated me to join this Hpair, and I would really want to join this conference because I know it will really benefit me and the society in the future, because I will be able to give back, and this is what I really want, to be a better person, to be able to give back to society and to learn from others. Thank you.